Hi everyone, this is Lisa Hendricks from parkbench.com, and today I'm at Todd Geisert's Farm to You Market, I guess.
Farm to You Market and Barnyard Cafe and Bar.
Yeah, I mean there's so many faces to this business, it's hard to identify which one we should talk about, but we're going to talk about all of them. So as I said, this is Todd Geisert, and actually affectionately known as Toad to his friends.
Yep.
Actually, he was telling me little kids, what do they call you?
Most of the kids call me Farmer Toad.
Farmer Toad. So here you go. Anyway, the business is located at 5025 Old 100 here in Washington, Old Highway 100. So you've got to come out and see this place because there is so much to offer here. It is pretty incredible.
We're a half mile off of Fifth Street, just east of Fifth Street, half mile from Washington.
Just from that intersection of 100 and
Yep.
Fifth Street. So Todd, I'm sure a lot of people have heard the story, but I'd like to have you repeat it. Just the history of Geisert's farm, how you got from a local hog farmer, really,
Right.
a family, generational, to what you're doing now.
Yeah. So things kind of keep evolving. There, the farm's been in the family since 1887. It's been in the Geisert name since 1916. Mainly been a hog and row crop operation. In 2007, my uncle and my dad farmed together. They both retired in 2007, and I mainly did the hog operation side of things for Dad, and so I took over that scenario. And so the first year, people said, you ought to figure out how to private label some of that stuff, because we've done the pork burgers for the Lions Club, and we did the ham sausage. We always give that out at the end of the year for thank you gifts. So those were a couple of the first different items that we came to market with. And so the first year we planted like 120 tomato plants, and we thought that was a lot of tomato plants. And Uncle Jim used to always plant some sweet corn for the guy down the road and stuff like that. So we had some sweet corn and some different things, and we made a roadside stand. So the we picked produce around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Before lunchtime, most of it would be gone. So next year we planted 800 and some tomato plants. We thought that was a lot of tomato plants. Yeah. And same scenario. By lunchtime or shortly after, most of the tomatoes would be gone every day. So next year we planted 2,500 tomato plants. It's still the same scenario. And we got all the way up to where we're planting 5,000 tomato plants every year, around 25 acres of produce and stuff like that. And as things kept evolving, there we started picking up some interest in the St. Louis area there, and a couple different restaurants and small little grocery stores that cared about where their food was coming from. And we had a handful that we started out with, 5 or 6 different ones, and we still have a couple of those still yet today that are still in business. But we're up to supplying 7 or 8 different restaurants and grocery stores on a weekly basis, besides what we do here at the store.
Wow, that's incredible. So I have to tell a little story because it's kind of funny. When I first moved here 10 years ago, I learned that there was a local, well, really close to my house, a fruit and vegetable stand, or a vegetable stand, and I was so excited. So I came out early one morning, and I'm looking around, grabbing all my stuff, bagging it, and then I just stood there because I had no clue. There was no one around, right. And I had no clue that it was an honor system.
It all worked on the honor system, and that was some of the biggest challenges we worked with. There, the people didn't know how to wait on themselves.
I know.
There. But you'd be amazed at how far people would drive to come for that.
Oh, I bet.
And stuff like that. And still, we don't have much there nowadays since we opened up the new market here. Mm-hmm. But it was always neat that the grandparents would bring their grandkids to show them how things should work.
Right, exactly. And I think it was you that yelled across the street from the house and just said, "Put it in the box."
That was probably either my mom or dad.
Yeah, I don't know. It was very funny.
But I'd get the phone calls. I'd be outstanding. My field is kind of my logo there. That when people are calling me, there I'm usually literally outstanding in the field talking to them.
Yeah.
There, but well, we're here. We need someone to wait on. It's like, well, here's the money board. Here's a calculator here. Toss your money in the can. Well, we don't have any change. Like, well. It's a simple system, so a $20 bill is a common scenario, or $5 bills, so most everything was in quarter or 50-cent increments.
Right.
Type scenario. So if you didn't have the right change, next time you were through, you had either a credit of $1 or $2, or if you owed me $22 and had 20, put the $2 in the next time you were through.
Wow, that is awesome.
And it's a simple system of how it worked, and it's still neat how it even evolved.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I know when we want to have pork chops. Mm-hmm. My son wants Todd Geisert pork chops because they are amazing. And so what sets your pork apart from things you buy in the grocery store or other markets?
Sunshine and fresh air is a major thing. Mm-hmm. there. You know, ours is all pasture-raised, drug-free animals there. So, you know, just think of yourself there. Usually, like in the wintertime, when you're all cooped up in the house and stuff like that, and you don't feel good, stuff like that. You can get outside and get into the fresh air, and how much better you feel. Livestock's the same way.
And it tastes better.
And it tastes better.
It tastes
you know,
a lot
so you're
better.
not breathing all that crap and stuff like that that they got to breathe. So, you know, and a lot of people like to overcook pork is a challenge.
Yes.
There, so
Yeah.
you know the new guidelines are about 140, 145 degrees internal temperature. Pull it out and let it sit there and rest for about 5 minutes, and then consume it.
Right.
You know, you get up to that 160 degree temperature range, you know, you start drying it out and start losing the flavor.
Exactly. So, like I mentioned before, there's a lot going on here. Can you just go through what you've got in this facility and just enlighten people?
So what's our focus is what's local. You know, we want to be able to tell you where it comes from, how it's raised, and how it's made. So as you walk through the store type scenario, whether it's proteins or produce or other canned items and stuff like that, probably 90 or 95% of the stuff in the store is a local product within a 200-mile radius of us. You know, some is made as half mile down the road at the farm. You know, some is made here in Washington or Pappy's Gourmet and different things like that. There's other products, you know, within a short distance here. You know, there's other things that come, you know, Missouri raises rice, so we got some rice out of the Boot Heel, Missouri, which is kind of one of our...
I did not know that.
Right, there's 6 counties in the state of Missouri that raises rice, and so there's a guy down there, almost in Arkansas, but he's still in Missouri there, but it's a local rice type thing. You know, there's different things you're never going to see here. Well, I shouldn't say never, but are not here. There's like pineapples and bananas. You know, we don't grow that stuff in the
No.
States, you know. We will bring some oranges and grapefruit in there. I found a guy in California there that I trust his operation, and I've been able to pull some connections with another guy there that we can get some stuff trucked in at a reasonable price and be able to tell the story about that stuff too. So that's a couple of exceptions to the rule on the produce side of things that we reach step a little further outside the box.
Okay. And you've got a few things going on. I know you just had an event on Saturday, and you plan regular events. So tell us about this past one, just so people know what they missed. I guess.
So you missed a good time there. We worked with Martin Brothers Winery, which they make a unique wine out of honey. They don't use any grapes, so it's different honeys from different areas that they work with. That they got some bee-specific spots that only harvest on certain flowers and stuff like that, and they're able to work on that and make an awesome wine there. And all the Martin Brothers are gluten-free, so we made a gluten-free menu for the dinner that night.
Very nice.
So trying to work with different things, and that's a lot of the clientele that we get coming in have different dietary issues there, whether it's a gluten issue or different things that animals are fed that triggering something other health-wise, that we're able to tell them the story of being able to point them in the right direction of, yes, this farmer here doesn't do this, or this is a totally pasture-raised grass-finished farm or whatever type of scenario, and be able to help work with those different dietary issues.
So where can people find out about what future events you've got
The website is usually always a good spot. Our Facebook, so Farm to You Market is a farmtoyoumarket.com would be the website, and sign up for the emails. That's how we try to build up an email list, and it goes there. I'm constantly pushing things out on Facebook. We got a lot of stalkers there. But the way Facebook works, it doesn't always get to everybody that we'd like to get to.
Right. Well, one new thing you do have is an event center. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Mother's Day, we opened up the new space here. We added another 3,800 square feet onto the space that we have there. So we have, we opened up actually a full bar now of all local stuff as we're sitting here today. And then we got the back room will hold about 70 or 80 people, and then we call that the back 40. And then the front 20, we call the small room in the front there. It'll hold 30 or 40 people for different size groups that we got a door that we can partition off and have multiple different events going on at the same time, or open it up and hold about 120 people there. So we're one of the few places in Washington that can handle a busload of people.
Right. Oh, that's a great addition.
And we've done that numerous times already there, that we get tour groups coming through and want to tour the farm, and we feed them, or they got other events coming on, and we got some of those things coming up.
Oh, that's really cool. I guess one of the things that stands out about this place that I notice, when you're walking around and you're shopping, Todd's always present. I don't know where he gets all his work done or when he gets all his work done. Because
you're,
when
you're,
I'm
you're,
looking
you're on the weekends then. During the week I'm usually on,
Oh,
on the
okay.
road.
Yeah,
so.
I'm usually on the weekends. But if you have any question about anything you're looking at in the store, sorry about that, Todd's there to answer your questions, or Katie, right?
Katie, we got a very good client.
Your staff?
Our
Yeah.
staff
Yeah, they are.
is pretty knowledgeable. There's some that are more knowledgeable than others, and we all have our different strengths and weaknesses. So, produce and proteins and whiskey and beer, I can help you all day long on that.
Okay.
Some of the cheeses and stuff like that, Katie's better with that kind of stuff to understand the different flavor profiles and what works for you. Danielle kind of runs our day-to-day operation of the store, and she's very good at the wines and things there. So each one of our staff members are good at different things. I'm usually kind of considered the pot stirrer, that I keep it all stirring and going. And that, but on the weekends I try to make myself available at the store, just because we get a lot of people in from out of the area that want to either see me, which is kind of scary, but you know, answering questions and stuff like that, and I'm usually the one that can answer those the best.
Right. And if you come in for breakfast on Sunday morning, he's always here harassing you too. So
Yep.
just so you know.
Yep.
Anyway, I just want to thank you so much, Todd. This was, I mean, I love this place, and I think, I hope everyone will come out and have a look and see what they've got to offer here,
Yeah.
because you will not be disappointed.
Yep.
So,
We got some new hours of the cafe starting next week.
oh, okay.
We're going to be open for lunch every day. We have been closed for Monday and Tuesday, just because of trying to get enough help. We'll be open every day for every day for lunch, and then starting on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll be open from 8 to 8 for breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, thank you very much.
All right, enjoy. Appreciate it.